What's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Reaction. Just going to talk about a couple of things wrestling wise. I guess as y'all can see that I don't know if this was on Twitter or whatever, but there's a quote from Braun Strowman that says, "Sometimes fans are fickle, and it's hard to keep them happy. One minute they want you to be champ, and the next minute they hate you and don't want you to be champ." Um, I'm not going to show. I don't know. Part of me thinking I should show some of the comments and reactions to what some of these people said, but although this is like a private group, but I'm not going to do that. But like, I'll tell you like what they said. Like, someone compared being hungry to people's attention span, which is kind of silly. It's like, oh, when you're hungry, you want to eat. When you're not hungry, you don't want to eat. What did that have to do? How some fans react? That doesn't like make any sense. It's mainly like when the person's hot. I do agree when another person said when the person's hot, you push them and put a title on them. It doesn't matter what title you put on them, but you gotta put like a title on them. And the thing is, it's like Braun's not wrong on here. He's right because there are fans out there with the attention span of a 8-year old, which well, I shouldn't say 8-year old, but I say like maybe like as a 3-year old. I'll say 3-year old because an 8-year old will watch and pay attention. But 3-year olds, they watch something and they just suddenly just wander around and just think about the next thing. So some of these guys are right and some of these guys are wrong. But like they do put out there like well here I can just bring up matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up one example. Cesaro. He was hot for a while, then suddenly that they're not putting him like a title on him. They only put him like tag team titles and stuff like that. So it's like he only held the United States title once, then was multiple time tag team champion. And on Stone Cold's the podcast and one that they do on the WWE network, Stone Cold actually just asked him like, um, what's wrong with Cesaro? Fans he and Vince said Vans ain't behind him. That's a lie. The problem was that he didn't consider him marketable. That's the thing. It's like if he sees, it's like if Vince sees somebody that's marketable, yeah, he'll keep him. He'll keep him up until he gets sick and tired of him. Not when the fans do, but when he does, or because it'll take him a while to like give it to the next big thing, and that'll be it. So just crazy enough that like I said, some of these comments that they did on this group are right, and some of these comments that some of these people made, other people made, are wrong. Because it's like, yeah, it sucks that WWE at times does the same thing over and over. And I do think like when Braun had the Universal title run, it was like full of crap because one, he just suddenly just lost it at SummerSlam to Roman Reigns, and they finally turned Roman Reigns a heel, what the fans wanted. Most of the fans got what they wanted, but still, some of them is still not happy with Roman Reigns holding the title, which I really don't get. And knowing that they was behind Roman Reigns when he was in the Shield, and you're gonna have some people just say like, "I never liked him." You a lie. You know you did. You just don't want to. You just want to be proven right. Like seriously. But like when the next big thing like be out there and that next big thing be hot, some of you guys turn on them. It's just that plain and simple. Like they'll just turn on them, and that's what Braun is saying. Like they turn on you, and that's the guy for honest truth. That some fans that got an attention span of a 3-year-old, like they easily get bored. Like I said, I admit there's some things like WWE I do complain about, and there are some days that that they done something right for like once in a while, then suddenly like whatever. It's like I know some people get sick or tired of seeing like Charlotte on the top of the triple threat match, but normally WWE is like notorious and good for making new stars, but when they make new stars and suddenly y'all just not feeling them in the first place, how can WWE make new stars and y'all just just not feeling them just like that? Y'all ain't giving them a time and they trying to like work hard for you. And I like what somebody says, like you work the fans around, don't let the fans work you. And that's a good saying, that you don't let the fans like work you, you work the fans. You keep them interested, which which is partly I agree with when they say Vince is not like not taking the time or opportunity when the person's hot, then you pull the trigger. Like he's more worried about he's getting like WCW. He's which they like rely on veterans and people that been there for like maybe a year, that's like very hot. The only person they did that to that was very hot was Brock Lesnar. And although it didn't go like exactly the plan, and but I mean like he didn't stay for like he only stayed like a few years, then quit, went to UFC, then came back. And that's the thing is like you got to push new talent just to see like if people likes them. Like I understand some of them you just want to put like the Intercontinental United States belt on them just to see how fans react. But the same thing can go like with Riddle. Won the United States Championship at a it was a March pay-per-view. Then suddenly he just lose the title at WrestleMania of 3 weeks later with not seeing how far they go. That's Hazel. So I'm gonna try to like to wrap this up. Then again, I got more to talk about. But before I get to the next subject, the point is that you can't please fans. There are fans that's not even happy. But I bet you, like, if they go to a live show, oh yeah, they will pay attention. But watching on TV is like you sitting at home watching TV is like there's a lot of things you can do at home than when you at an event. All you gotta do is just sit there and watch. You don't do that when you're home watching on TV. Oh, excuse me. Like I got Impact going on right now, and I'm watching NXT UK. So try to keep your attention span that high like that. So some people can't do it, and some people can. like I do my best to do it, but I'm think I'm one of the few that like can like pay attention to what's going on NXT and what's going on Impact and talking to you guys. So I can multitask, and there's some people that just can't multitask. Like they gotta focus on that one thing. But just overall, Braun is right. So some of these fans just really gotta, stop being like acting like a 3 year old. That's my take on that part, and especially with Eva Marie. It was mentioned that she was gonna be back for months, and now they did a promo video for her this past Monday on Raw, and you got some people already like, why she came back? She sucks. Um, if you don't like her, she's doing her job not to be liked. That's what heels do. And that's what some of y'all don't understand. It's like I admit that she did needed some work, like wrestling work, but she got everybody disliking her, hating her, and all that stuff. That's what you do as a heel. You get people to hate you, not to like you. What some people do is like when a heel like comes around, they'll be like, "Oh, they cheer for this person." It's like you don't cheer for them, although you can have respect for them and like them, like because they're doing a good job of what they're doing. But and don't say, "Oh, I cheer him because he's entertaining." It's overall everything is entertainment. Like you go to the movies, that's entertainment, and you watch like wrestling shows, it's entertainment. TV shows, entertaining. Sports, entertaining. Although sports is like sports, but they entertain fans, and that's how you get fans. You be entertained. So Eva Marie is doing her job, and personally, I know some of y'all don't like it, but I can't wait for her to come back to Raw and see like how many people she get to boo her. Although they're not like in front of like fans yet, but that day like when they allow fans to watch the be there live, she's gonna get how many boos that she gonna get a lot of boos that people in the back like, and that's why you got some of the problem with some of these like federations is like you have bad guys that you're supposed to boo but you cheer, and I know that some of it is some of the federation's fault because first they have him a heel, then a couple weeks later have him a face for like a few months, then a heel for like a few months, then have him a face for a year. It's just like half of the time they don't know what to do with some people. So I agree with that, but like seriously, grow up. That's the only thing I can say is like some of y'all need to grow up. If you're not entertaining every week for WWE, why are you still watching? The only reason you probably be watching WWE and it will be because either A, you're a journalist and you do like podcasts and stuff like what I do, and two, you're a young fan, and three, wait a minute, I should add three, watching it with family. It's like a family time. So for the rest of them people that got an attention span of a 3 year old, that's just watching WWE and complain about it. it's like it's too bad that we can't, tell Vince McMahon to his face like you got some of the problems. But then again, when he's on a Raw or SmackDown, when Vince McMahon appears, y'all cheer the hell out of him. Y'all not booing the crap out of him. And there's times that he tried to be heel, and y'all still like seriously. You have an attention span of a 3-year old. It's just crazy. It's just nuts. But like I said, these some of these comments, some of them I agree with, some of them I don't agree with, and I'm glad to have Eva Marie back in WWE so I can see like the fans boo the crap out of her. Like I'd be booing too because she does make you want to hate her, and that's what heel's supposed to do. And I think now knows, and then probably one of the problems is because people like what do they call it, like kayfabe or something like that, or as I call it, is like it's supposed to be entertainment. Like for what I saw last week, it was like there's some like wrestlers that be in like in certain feds and whatever. On one fed they're heel, then another fed they're face. So it's going to get confusing with some people. So them ain't the people I'm talking about because that happens in the indies. But we talk about like with WWE and Impact and Ring of Honor and so on and so on. I'm sorry, but some of y'all got an attention span of a 3-year old, which is just kind of sad. I'm sorry to say, but just overall, I think Brown is right. Glad for Eva Marie to return whenever she return, and it should be interesting. But I think that's all I wanted to cover. And if I have more to say, I'll put another video out. But I just have to. It ended up being a rant. Besides, I wanted to like just explain like some of the things that's going on with like wrestling and things like that. And it ended up being a rant. So it wasn't supposed to be, but yeah, it ended up being a rant. So sorry, not sorry. Like this video if you like the video. Don't forget we're doing the giveaway. All you gotta do is subscribe to this channel and comment on this video and other future videos. And okay, so James Storm lost. Kind of spoiler alert. But anyways, when we get to 150 subscribers and when we get there, I will do a separate video. Emir Jordan is gone from the NXT UK. But when we get to 150, I will do a separate video and announce the winner. So the more you comment, the bigger and better chance you get to win the Iron Hammer Fungo Pop. We got more prizes to come. And like I already mentioned, when we get up to 200 subscribers with the Brewers mask and Brewers t-shirt. So hopefully we can, get that going as well. But thanks for y'all for listening. So, like I said, it wasn't supposed to be a rant, but it ended up turning into a rant. But until the next video, everyone.